Hi everyone, welcome to the video series of Python for Machine Learning. In this video lecture, we'll be discussing about the topic list in Python. The most basic data structure in Python is known as a sequence. Sequence is actually a collection of elements. In a sequence, each element has got a specific number assigned to it. That is known as its position or index. The index number or position starts from 0. First element inside the sequence has got an index number of 0. The second element has got index number of 1 and so on. There are altogether 6 built-in sequences in Python that are already available in Python, and among these 6, list and tuple are the most commonly used ones. In this video lecture, we will be covering list. Now we will see how to create list in Python. A list is actually a collection of items that are separated by comma, and we are enclosing it in a pair of square brackets. And there is no restriction in the type of the elements that we can include in that pair of square brackets. We can actually mix up the type of data that we can store in a list. So basically, when we have to create a list, we have to open a pair of square brackets. Inside that, we have to write the elements separated by comma. And how to access the elements in a list? We can make use of the slice operator, which is the square brackets and a square bracket with a colon, to access the elements inside the list. Okay, and the index numbering, as mentioned earlier, it starts from 0. 0 refers to the first element inside the list. And if you want to combine two or more lists, we have to use the plus operator, which is used for concatenation. And if you want to repeat one list several number of times, we can use the asterisk symbol. All these operations are shown in the following example. And when we execute this example, we will get the corresponding output like this. Now we will see how we can access each element inside a list. For accessing elements inside a list, we have to make use of the slice operator, which is our square brackets along with the colon operator, and we have to think about one thing, that is the index number. This is an example of accessing elements inside a list by using the index number. We have a list named list 1 and list 2, and inside list 1 we have physics, chemistry 997, 2000, and list 2 has got some numbers from 1 to 7. And see how we are accessing the list of 0. List 1 of 0 means the first element inside list 1, so it will be printing physics, and in the second case we are using the slice operator. In that we are writing list 2 of 1 to 5. So what does that mean? That means we are what does that mean? That means we are accessing the element starting from index number 1 up to the element index number at 5. So when we write like this, the element at index number 5 is not included. So index number 1 means our second element. So list 2 means this list. So at index number 1 we have index number 0 is 1, index number 1 is this element 2. So starting from this element we have to go up to index number 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 6 is the element at index number 5. So when we write like this, the element at index number 5 will not be included. So we will be starting from the element 2 and we'll go up to 5, including 5, because our index number, the last index number mentioned here, it is 5, and it is actually 6 at index number 5, which is not included. So it will print 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, this is the output of corresponding lines of code. Now we will see how to update the elements in a list. For updating also we have to make use of the square brackets and the index number. We will see one example. Here we have the same list, and the name of list is list, and it has got some elements physics, chemistry 997 and 2000. As we can see, they are separated by commas. And if you want to access only one element from a list, we can make use of the index number. Say list of 2 will print only one element. And now we are going to modify the element or update the element already existing in the list. So when we write like this, list of 2 equal to 2001, list of 2, that means at present at index number 2 the element is 0, 1, 2. The element is 1997. When we write like this 1997 is replaced by 2001. And after this, when we print list. So this is one way of, that was one way of how to update the elements inside a list. Okay. Now we will see how to delete elements from a list. For deleting elements from a list, we can use the del or the remove method. We can use the del statement or the remove method. There are two ways in which we can remove the elements from a list. Either use the del statement or use the remove method. So in this example, what we have shown is we have used the del statement here. We have created one list. The name of the list is list 1. These are the elements. Physics is at index 0, chemistry is at index 1, 1997 is at index 2, and 2000 is at index 3. And we are deleting the element at index number 2. So 0, 1, 2. We are deleting this element 1997. So del list 1 of 2 means it is used to delete the element at index number 2 of list 1. After we perform this line of code, after we execute this line of code, if you try to print the entire list, this element 1997 will not be there. That means the list, this element will be removed from it. So these are the output of these lines of code. You can just verify it. Now some of the basic list operations using the concatenation operator plus and the repetition operator asterisk. And here suppose we have one list, the number of elements here is 1, 2, 3. If you want to get the length of the list, we have to use the len method or len function. If we pass a list as a parameter to this len function, we will get the number of elements inside that, the count of the number of elements inside that list as the output. So if we call len of 1, 2, 3, we will be getting 3 as the result. So len is used for getting the length of the list. Then see how we are using the plus operator here. 1, 2, 3, this is one list, and 4, 5, 6, this is another list. If we use the plus in between these two, it is used to combine it. Okay, concatenation means to combine two strings. And how it is being combined? The second list will be appended, will be joined to the last of the first list. Okay, and see this here, high is actually an element, a single element list. This list consists of only one element. And if I type high star 4, what we mean is we are asking to repeat this list 4 times. That is why we are getting this new list. So it is used for repetition. Okay. Now there is one membership operator that is known as in. This operator is used to check whether a particular element is there inside the list or not. So this operator in will be returning true if the element 3 is inside the list or is inside the list. If this element is not inside it, it will be returning false. Okay. Now if you want to go through each element inside a loop, inside a list, we have to use the for loop. Okay. So the syntax is like this. For is a keyword. The next is the variable that is going to iterate through the list. In is the membership operator, and here 1, 2, 3 is the list. So what we are actually meaning is x will take the value of 1 initially, and then 2, and then 3. So at a time x will be taking only one value, and after each iteration the value of x will keep on changing, and it will go on until the end of the list. If the list has got only 3 elements, this loop will iterating only for 3 times. If the list has got 5 elements, then this loop will iterate for 5 times likewise. So these are some of the additional basic list operations available in. We have to focus on slicing of the list more. What we can say, we have to give more importance to a slicing operator, because that is what we need to perform very commonly in a list. When we do some projects and all, it is this operation that we need to perform very often. So when we slice an when we use a slice operator, we can use negative index also, and this example will make it clear how to use negative indexes. As we can see, we have created one list here. The name of the list is L, and these are the 3 elements inside the list: spam, spam, and spam, and exclamation. So there are 3 elements inside the list. So we know that L of 2 means it is the first the index number, the element at index number 2. So it is 0, 1, 2. So this element will be the element to which this L of 2 pointing to. Now L of minus 2. So here the index number was positive, now the index number is negative. Negative index number means we are starting from the end of the list. Okay, here L of minus 2 means the second element from the end of the list. So here this is the first element from the end of the list and this is the second element from the end of the list. So when we use L of minus 2, it will be pointing to this element inside the list L. So when we use negative integers as the in the insular slice operator, it means that element, the position of the element, not the index number, but the what we can say, that element from the end of the list. Okay, so minus 2 means the second element from the end of the list. Minus 3 means third element from the end of the list. So when we use negative numbers, they are not meaning they are not referring to the index number. That you have to keep in mind. And when we use like this L of 1 and colon, we have not specified up to which index number we have to go. In that case, the starting index number is 1. So the element at index number 1 will be considered and it will go till the end of the list. Here we have not specified the end of the, we have not specified the end index number up to which we have to perform the slicing. We have not indicated the end of the slicing. So it will start from index number 1 and it will go up to the end of the list. So in this example, L of 1 means the index number is pointing to this element spam, and from here it will go up to the end of the list because we have not specified the end of the slicing operator here. Similarly, if we have not specified the beginning of the slice operator, okay, if you have not mentioned where to begin the slicing, then it will start from the beginning of the list and it will go up to the end of the list. We can also specify the range within which we have to perform the slicing. In that case, we have to provide the starting index as well as the ending index. So we will see some of the examples based on this. So we have a main list. The list name is this list. It has got several elements like apple, banana, cherry, etc. As you can see, there are altogether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 elements inside this list. And we are going to specify the range by which we have to slice the list. So first of all, we are mentioning here 2:5. So here this means we have to start slicing of the list named this list from index number 2 till index number 5. So since the integer here mentioned here, it is positive number, it means the index number actually. Okay, here if it was a negative number, it means the for example, here it is -4. That means the fourth element from the end of the list, not the index number actually, not the index number 4. But here the number is positive, so it means it is the index number. So in this example, we can see that at index number 2, it is the element cherry. Index number 0, index number 1, index number 2. So at index number 2, the element is cherry. So we are actually asking to slice this list starting from this index number and it have to go up to the index number 5, but it should not include the element at index number 5. So always the last index number is not considered. Okay, so here starting index number is 2 and end index number is 5. So the element at index number 5 is not considered. Okay, so starting from 2, the output of this line of code will be cherry, index number 2, orange, index number 3, and kiwi, index number 4. At 5th index it is melon, but here the end index is 5, so the element at 5th index is not considered. Just before the end index. So slicing takes place from the element including the starting index till the element 1 before the end index. So here the end index is 5, which belongs to melon, but one index just before the 5th one. So it will be going up only up to kiwi. So in the second line of code, we have not mentioned the starting index number. So it will start slicing from the first element inside the list and go up to the 4th index without including the 4th index element. So in this case, the first index is 0. So apple, banana, cherry, 0, 1, 2, 3, that is orange. End index number is 4, which belongs to kiwi. This element will not be included. The third line of code here, we have mentioned the starting index number but not the end index. So that means the slicing starts from the second index location and will go up to the end of the list. So in this example, the index number 2 is cherry, and it will print all the elements starting from cherry till the end of the list, because we have not mentioned the end index. In the fourth line of code, we have mentioned both start and end index, but both are negative numbers. -4 means we have to look at the fourth element from the end of the list. Here the end of the list is mango, and the fourth element from the end of the list is orange. And -1 means we have to go up to the first element inside from the end of the list. So -1 means it is pointing to mango, -4 means it is pointing to orange. So starting from orange, we have to go till mango, but not including mango. So this line of code will print orange, kiwi and melon. It will not include mango. I hope this is clear. This is very important. Please go through this again. This we have seen before, how to use a loop to iterate through a list. Here we have used the list named this list. It consists of 3 elements. They are apple, banana and cherry. And we have used the same variable name x here. So when we write like this for x in this list, what we mean is initially x will be pointing to the first element, then we are printing the value of x, so it will print apple. Then again this loop will iterate, x will be pointing to second element of the list named banana, it will print that value. Then it will go to the third value, it will print the value of x, and finally when the list is over, then the loop terminates. We shall conclude now. So in this video lecture, we defined what's a list, what are sequences in Python. Then we said that tuple and list are the 2 most commonly used sequences. We defined a list. We studied how to create a list, how to iterate through the elements in a list, how to slice, how to repeat, how to concatenate, etc. What's an index number, how to use index number to access elements inside a list, etc. That's all in this video lecture. Thank you so much.